Hello and welcome to another Bushwhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Brad Keselowski's Keystone Light Ford for 2021. As always, take a look at the box. Once again, you have the kind of boring generic Team Penske box with all the blank space with just the little Team Penske logo at the bottom. Got Team Penske, got to render the car right there, standard finish. Made a total of 876 of these things. Standard finish, Team Penske on the back of the box, 2021 Action Racing Collectibles, Team Penske, and you, of course, have your copyright and such on the bottom of the box. Here is the car itself. Brad raced this at the Coca-Cola 600 this year. This is basically what replaced the Miller sponsorship, because Keystone is also owned by Molson Coors, which used to be Miller Coors. Still the same company, but they decided that the Keystone brand was going to compete with Busch beer better than Miller for some reason. Definitely cool to get another beer car. You know, you have Miller, you got all the different Miller versions. You had the, Red Zapple Ale back in the day. Now you have a Keystone car too. Which this is probably the last time we're going to see a beer car like this. I don't think they're going to stay next year. I mean, because Logano already has Coca-Cola, so he's not going to get a beer sponsor. Ryan Blaney has Body Armor, so he's probably not going to get a beer sponsor. So maybe they'd sponsor Cindric in the 2 car, but I don't know if they really want to sponsor Cindric because, they don't seem to be that interested in still sponsoring since they went from being the primary sponsor the whole season to, one race the last couple years. So I don't know. I'm definitely going to be sad to see this whole thing go because, that's the end of Miller, a longtime sponsor. It's the end of Coors, a longtime sponsor. So it'll basically be just, Busch alone now, which, Busch has some of the best beer paint schemes in NASCAR, but this one's pretty cool. It honestly kind of has a very similar idea to Busch with, it's got a blue car with the white and the mountains. Which, that's just what Keystone's brand is. Oh, yeah, this is going to screw up my camera, isn't it? Whoops. Oh, well. But anyways, let's do a quick 360 of this car. Hope you like yellow vision. Really cool paint scheme. Like I said, it's very similar to Busch, but it's got its own thing going on. It's simple enough with the blue and the white and everything, but anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have Keystone Light, got Pennzoil and Ford Mustang, number 2. Down the side, you have Keystone Light. I love how the can is the stone in Keystone. That's really cool. Got Freightliner and Snap-on back there. Got Wabash and Discount Tire, front of the rear wheel. Got Auto Trader on the C post. On the B post, you have Ford, Pertec, PPG, Mazak, Dent Wizard, and Safety Clean. Got the one winner sticker from Talladega. So this did run the Coca-Cola 600, so it has the Honor and Remember tires. It has the NASCAR Salutes logo, as well as the soldier's name on the windshield banner. That's really sweet. I always love when you get diecast with those on them. On the back, you have Keystone Light. Got the Ford Michigan license plate, number 2. Got Worth on the deck lid. Nothing on the roof. This is number 376. Got the same stuff down the other side. Take a look under the hood. So you got Keystone Light and powered by Ford. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. Obviously, deck lid. The roof flaps, of course, do open. And there's the underside of the car if you want to see that. Come on, please get off of piss vision. There's a joke to be made in that, just because a lot of people hate Keystone. I don't like Keystone beer. I think that's literally like the first time I've bought a Keystone ever. Just to have with the car for the review and everything. Because I always like to have, as you know, I always like to get the, whatever candy bars on the car, whatever beers on the car. If it's something you can just go into a store and buy very easily, I like to have it to go with the car. If you watch me long enough, you know that one. So this is definitely the end of an era for a lot of things. Just the fact that, Brad is leaving the Penske too. Most likely the beer is leaving the Penske too. I don't know how Brad's going to do at Roush. He's definitely better than Buescher or probably Newman. Because Newman's definitely, in the later stage of his career where he's definitely not as good as he used to be. But, Roush is still Roush. Hopefully Brad can actually elevate Roush back to what it used to be. Because, Roush is kind of a joke the last, 5-6 years. But it was definitely a very odd choice. I guess Brad just really wanted the ownership thing. Because it's leaving Penske, one of the top teams in NASCAR, for Roush is definitely a very odd choice. Definitely sad to see him go. Like I said, Brad just kind of, create his identity with the Penske too. Now he's just going to be in the 6 car. Which they did change the font again. It's kind of, the font is kind of like a modern version of the very original, like, Mark Martin 6 font. Because, like, even Mark Martin's 6 font changed, like, 4 or 5 different times. It is kind of funny how the 6 font keeps changing back and forth all over. It's like, it's kind of similar to that 6 font that Bubba Wallace was using in the Xfinity series next year. Which it looks like a lot of the sponsors aren't even following him to Roush. I don't even mean just the Penske sponsors. I mean, like, the Roush sponsors. He seems to have Fastenal and Castrol. Beyond that, as of right now, we haven't seen anything else. Like, none of the cars or the fire suits have, like, Oscar Mayer on them anymore, or Guaranteed Rate, or Kohler, or Coke. So I don't know if the Newman sponsors bounce because they got rid of Newman. Because that would definitely be kind of sad. Which, I mean, on one hand, that's kind of cool that there'd be a sponsor still loyal that would just be like, no, we want that driver, we don't want anyone else. But Newman is really good at attracting sponsorship for whatever reason. Which I think, I'm pretty sure, like, some people were like, oh, Discount Tire will follow Brad or whatever. Like, no sponsor was going to follow Brad. Penske has most of his sponsorship deals locked down to be, like, Penske sponsors more than driver sponsors. So the odds of any of the sponsors leaving were pretty slim. A lot of them are, like, you know, based around, like, they get deals with Penske Truck Rental, like the gas with Shell and everything, or I'm sure the tires with Discount Tire and all that. So everyone was kind of thinking they were going to bounce, and no sponsor is going to follow them, I don't think. Doesn't seem like any sponsor is going to follow them because, you know, Discount Tire is still at Penske, Worth is still at Penske, Wabash is still at Penske, Freightliner is still at Penske, Snap-on is still at Penske, Auto Trader is still at Penske. So if you want this card as a brand new release, you can get it right now. Being such a unique beer car, I would not be surprised if this disappears a little bit, so you might want to pick it up soon. Remember, for all of your diecast needs, you can go to circlebdiecast.com. Use the code BWhack. You can get free shipping on any order over $20. Let's go check out if you want anything. But I think it's pretty much all there is to say. This has been a review of Brad Keselowski's Keystone Light Ford for 2021. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.